Oh, shoot. Hold on, guys. It's in the wrong spot. Hold on. I got you. Oh, it doesn't that thing. I can't stop it. Um, Hello and welcome to Magzie's Fun Time. This is Magzie, and we are back here on Hytale uh, website. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Let's get into this. I did tell you guys that we would keep update on this. Whenever there's an update, we're going to cover the patch notes first and foremost before the gameplay, so we know what's going on in the game. We don't get messed up and that kind of stuff. It does look like there's something going on here. We'll see. There was a technical note. I'm leaving it up to you guys. If you guys want to see these, let me know. I'll do a special video with those in it. We'll just take a look at those probably on the weekend, something like that. Just a quick little upload video for you guys. But this is update 3. And I will add the update. I'll probably put a link to the video too going over it. I think it might be pretty good too. So we'll put a link to the update and the actual video that goes over the update. So that might be a good idea to put in the description of the videos from now on. Hytale's the third update is here. 4 weeks into early access, our release rhythm is going forward. Weekly pre-release patches for testing bundled into a stable update every 2 to 6 weeks once things are solid. Beyond regular updates, we're building chapters, larger content drops that unfold as Cursebreaker arc in the exploration mode. We won't spoil the story, but here's the shape of it. The Cursebreaker arc is how Hytale progresses through early access, chapter by chapter, until the final chapter puts Orbis within reach and we step into full release. We've been growing the team and are proud to say that several hires have come straight from modding community. Thank God. Thank you for your support and your feedback and for being here from the start. Headline features. Animal taming. Added an early version of taming. Some of the friendlier animals you find in your ventures can now be tamed, provided you have their favorite foods in hand. Taming animals can be petted with an empty hand and fed once in a while. Some of them can also be milked, sheared, and mounted. Tamed animals won't run away from players unless they're hit, and will occasionally greet them. User placed map markers. Thank God. Thank God. Create custom markers anywhere on your map with customizable names, icons, and colors. I've been dying for this. The one that's on there, but you only get one, right? You need multiple. So this is definitely needed in the game. Colors. Share markers with, oh, you can share markers on multiplayer. That is wonderful. That's something that they haven't even done in well, the modded community's done it in Hytale, in Hypixel, but you have to have like the mod installed, and I go modless with mine because I don't like using the mods and stuff. So I'm playing vanilla. I want to play vanilla. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's on a server. Share markers with other players. I wonder if that means you could create a link for the. I'll have to look at that. Create a link for your markers and share that like on social media kind of thing. That would be good. If I could put it in the comments of the videos for you guys to look at. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if that's even in the game. So, new gameplay settings to toggle markers visibility on the map compass. Delete markers via the map context menu. Okay. Localization, Brazilian, Portuguese, and Russian have been added to our first in-game language options, kicking off the first phase of localization effort. A huge thank you to the community of translators who have been instrumental in making this happen. Other languages that will be introduced are in the coming weeks, so they're going to bring more of them. I guess those are the easiest ones to translate to. I don't know. I don't know much about translating, so you guys let me know in the comments down below. Avatar presets, edit, save, and swap between up to 5 avatar customizations. Oh, that'd be cool. We might take a look at that. Sickles, added sickles capable of harvesting multiple crops in a single swing. That's a good idea. Climbing overhaul, updated climbing, enabling sidestepping down, dropping down, and rotating around ropes. Okay. Fire spread system in goblin fire throwers. I don't like that idea either. That does not sound fun. Added the new fire spread system, fluid tickers, and goblin flamethrowers can be used to unleash. Oh, is that an item? Okay, that might be an item. I was thinking it might be a mob. If it's a mob, I'm not okay with it. If it's something that you use, then yeah. Can be used to unleash flames on nearby foes. Creative mode only for now. Dang it. Grass spreading, added random block ticking and spreading of grass. Anchor UI system. Sorry guys, let me scratch my ear. Added an anchor system. Enabled server plugins to add UI elements to client pages such as world map. This will allow modders to insert into various predefined points as we add them. Okay. Avatars and cosmetics. New clothing and accessories. There's a new hat, the tweed hat. Ooh, there's a mate shirt. We definitely have to take a look at that. New shoes, styled flats, wedge shoes, shaped sneakers, new color variants of fashionable shoes, added construction hard hat, spiked bracelets, hairband, 2 new shirts, plaid and punk, added black and red iron color variants for medals. Okay. Hair and face. There is 6 new haircuts. Spiky mohawk, magical pigtails. I will have to take a look at that because you know how Magzie is with their pigtails. Double braided pigtails. Long braided ponytail. Sorry. Double braided ponytail. Long braided ponytail. Puffy bubble braids. And 1 additional new haircut. They're keeping it a secret. What's this? Updated visuals for morning haircut. 4 new facial styles: split mustache, pinstripe mustache, anchor beard, and Viking beard. 2 new eye shapes. 2 new makeup variations: blush and eyeliner. Other overpants are now referred to as legwear. Okay. Combat and items. Weapon adjustments and fixes. Adjusted weapon values, inconsistencies, and upgraded differences across some weapon tiers. I'm a big fan of that because it just seemed like all of them was doing the same amount of damage, and any kind of fix on that would be great. Adjusted the guarding stamina costs that were previously misconfigured for the drop only weapons. All spear types should now consistently stack up to 5 and be throwable. Thank goodness. Oh, throwable weapons in the game. We might have to take a look at that too. Updated ranged weapons, aiming ballistics. Improved accuracy, added random hitbox offsets, added Viz aiming debug flag. I think that's good because it just seemed like if you were aiming, it wasn't actually going where you were aiming at. if that makes sense. You guys have seen the videos on the channel, so you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm a big proponent of the ranged weapons, especially in Hytale. Short bows and crossbows can now use ammo directly from the backpack. What does that mean? I will have to take a look at that. I do still have a crossbow. I don't think I broke it down, and if I did, I'll make another one just to try it out. Also upgraded crossbows. I think there's only one, right? There's only just like the crossbow, I think. But if it uses just from your backpack instead of you having to load it, that would be good, because that was the problem we was having. That you had to load it in each time. Necromancy Grimoire improvement. Summons no longer. We totally have to. I'm gonna have to get on the game. I haven't had time lately, but I'm gonna grind up the ingredients. We're gonna become a necromancer. I promise you guys. Summons no longer take damage from their summoner, and vice versa. Summons now respond to a player who is attacked, not just when attacking. Summons are faster and more aggressive. Cool. Added a variety of type of skeleton minions that are raised, including ranged variants. That would be cool too, although a little less strategy. So it's a little more RNG, I believe, but I don't know. If there was a way to set it so you could like summon a specific amount, so, like just have like a big tanky one, and then start summoning like ranged units. NPC and enemy changes. Refactored Rhino Toad attacks. Updated several NPCs with improved target switching behavior. Miscellaneous improved in-hand position of ingots and sticks. Okay. Gameplay. Map and navigation. Updated map marker icons and improved their display resolutions. Player names are now always rendered on the map and are more readable when zoomed in. Compass now shows different icons based on the vertical distance. Okay. That's above or below. Okay. Teleport options is now hidden for map markers when in adventure game mode. Updated player spawn and home icons. Improved world map marker text clarity. Okay. All that seems good. Inventory and interactions. The sort key binding now works in the player's inventory. In case you realized it didn't work. I did not know it didn't work. Added take all functionality for processing benches output items. Shift dragging now quickly transfers items between inventories. That's cool. Reworked utility wheel quick swap to include inactive slots. Okay, we'll have to take a look at that one. I've never tried that, so crafting and benches. Reduced farming bench tier requirement for the chicken coop from 5 to 3. Updated the requirements for the farming benches. Tier 2 now requires dry wood log instead of redwood log. Tier 6 requires redwood log instead of dry wood log. I don't know why they reversed them. Updated the crafting times for several in-game early game items. Crude ammo, weapons, and tools now craft instantly. That's great. Builder bench craft times have been reduced to 3 seconds, from 3 seconds to 2. Coop craft time reduced from 4 seconds to 2. Dough is now produced using refillable tankards. That's great. Tankards are now crafted in the farming bench. World entities. Wow, this is long. I didn't think it was this long. Look at this. It felt like it was going to be a short one, but it's not. There's loads of stuff in here. I don't want to go all the way back up though. Combat, gameplay. Where were we at? Crafting benches, world entities. Doors no longer close when blocked by entities or players. Teleporters now require you to clear a short distance before reuse. Mine carts no longer move when stuck. That's cool. Large cubic chest now supports placing blocks on top. Fixed NPCs in the coop transforming into other NPCs. I can see how that'd be a problem. Fixed being able to capture the dead NPC with a capture crate. Yeah, that's probably not something you should be able to do. Unless you're like doing some necromancy stuff. I guess you could do some like undead like chickens and stuff. I don't know. Clop merchant no longer trades signs. Okay. Phobia mode. No, I didn't say that right. I know they didn't, guys. Sorry. Now replaces hatworms with lava silk models. Okay. System improved fluid mount crafting systems, improved multiple module teleporter, NPC reputation, NPC objectives, farming, memories, camera, and bed. We'll have to take a look at those. Blocks and world. New blocks and variants. Re-added incandescent volcanic rock. New block textures and variants. Thurium cracked, basalt cracks, magma cracks, mud dry cracks. Updated crack variants for 4 ore blocks. Added lime block variants: lime gravel, lime rock, lime rubble, medium lime rubble, lime stalactites, small and the large. Texture upgraded cobalt textures. I don't know. We'll have to look at that one because it doesn't show here what the upgraded textures is. It just says upgraded textures. Weather in world settings. Added a default flat, default void weather configuration for the respective world instances. Content and encounters. Environments and regions. Added complex spawn location to the Tagger region, especially near rivers. Improved weather VFX in Zone 1. Integrated new Outlander village environment. Refactored encounters across all zones. Added new encounter environments. Zone 3 Torque. Zone 4 village and forest. Zone 4 non-forest and non-swamp biomes. Standardized spawn marker deactivation range to 150. Okay. NPC and creatures. Added a green variant to the Rhino Toad. Updated a number of prefabs, removing workbenches and chicken coops from several of them. Furnaces. Added a tier 2 furnace. New models, textures, and animations. Updated visuals for tier 1 furnace. Okay. Audio. Updated sword swing and impact sounds. Implemented separation between stereo headphones in HRTF headphone modes. Output modes options have been extended to cover speaker stereos, headphone stereo, and headphone 3D audio. Increased max instant limit for furnace opening sounds. Okay. UI and quality of life. Added bed sleeping notifications. Notifications in SFX now play when the player is attempting to sleep. Added a window size option for the video settings. Moved container action key binding indicator to a better position. Updated chest bench key binding tooltips when key binds are unassigned. Updated workbench chest connections radius text to be clearer. Updated feedback interface. Bug report separated from the other feedback. I am getting itchy throat. Warps are now sorted alphabetically by teleport in the teleport UI. Reduced context menu background opacity. I'm saying that wrong. Clean up text and updated death messages. Thank goodness. Implemented hide from tooltip in entity stat type. Added a confirmation message when attempting to swap avatar presets and with unsaved changes. Added a avatar preset counter to the add preset button. Improved navigation to long server lists. Added a scroll bar to aid navigation in for users with a large number of mods. Added a font fallback support. There are a bunch of mods in the game, guys, but I don't want to use mods when they're like actually doing alpha. That doesn't make much sense to me. Once it gets into like full release and stuff, then we'll be looking at like, you know, what mods do we need, what mods don't we need. The only one I was thinking about adding into the game was the map one, so we could get better waypoints. But they've already solved that problem for us, which is why I don't like to use mods when we're doing alpha runs of games, if I can help it. Just so you guys know, Curse Client does support Hytale now, so you can get the mod straight from Curse. There's other places too. That's just one I use all the time, so I've already got it for all my other games. So just being able to use it there, wherever you use, I'm sure they're compatible with Hytale also. Added font fallback support. Client now fetches glyphs from fallback font when missing. Enables support for non-Latin languages. Added Nato Sans as a standard secondary fallback font for acrylic glyphs. Reworked item tooltip to better support localization. Increase the dimensions of some UI elements to better support localization. Okay, that makes sense. Modding and tools. I can't talk. Mod management. Added a mod enable and disable support for the user save mods. Added server version checks for plugins and asset packs. Newly created asset packs are now enabled by default. Added option to skip mod validation in single player. I don't know that I would actually do that, but I'm guessing it takes a while, which is why they added that in. You wouldn't want to do it every single time. Mod validation issues now block server startup unless flagged. Added a warning when loading into worlds that are missing mods. That's actually a pretty good one too. Added duplicate plugin detection warning. Creative tools. The Creative Hub is now referred to as the Crossroads. Added a return to the Crossroads button to the world map for creative worlds. Added a /layers command. Applies layering to selected areas. Updated pasting tool. Hold down to key support undo and redo smoother multi-directional movement. Okay. Change the draft brush shape to spear instead of cube. Entities will now rotate and render in the selection tools rotate and translate mode. Added a parameter to toggle replacing empty block materials. Machinima. Remove some old debug commands and improved validation for Machinima tool. Added the ability to change the playback speed in the Machinima tool. Debug and vocalization. Added 3D audio source vocalization and, I'm sorry, I'm going to say and, vocalization for debugging. Added NPC sensor and view debugging vocalization. Added new debug flag, viz lash position, enabling visualization for NPC lashing. And also a flag for viz flock, enabling visualization for flock membership and structure. Technical. Map editor and list editor now use correct models. Added test NPC for showcasing multiple transaction setups. Updated packet handlers for building tools to utilize the world packet handler for world specific packets. Renamed light radius to bright radius and set the default to 1 so the light color is maintained. Okay. World generation. Added exact rotation support for materials. Added bound position provider for spawn meshes. Added Y sampling density node. Performance optimization for World Gen 2. Added configurable spawn positions for portal biomes. Performance stability and bug fixes. All the stuff we want to know about. Fix the directory transversal vulnerabilities in worlds and prefabs. Fix the exploit that could allow users to run commands on behalf of other connected players. You see, that was a problem. I haven't played multiplayer yet. I got the game for my wife, so she can play it too. She's just been into Cubic Odyssey lately, and she hasn't gone on to try it out anymore. The problem with Cubic Odyssey is it's such a glitchy game, and they're not fixing it fast enough. Basically, they're just leaving the problems and bug fixes, the bugs in the game. They're not fixing them, so they need to step up on Cubic Odyssey, or the people's going to stop playing it. It's going to just probably die. To be honest with you. Cubic Odyssey is a great game, but it's subpar when it comes to the glitches of the game, especially in multiplayer. There's major glitches in multiplayer that they've tried to get rid of and they haven't found a fix for, especially with your parts of your ship just despawning just because you're in a multiplayer world. And you can't fix it. Once they've disappeared, that's it. It's gone. Where was I at? Yeah. Performance. Improved world generation performance. Thank God. Optimized client asset size. Updated the world map and chunk updates to use their own streams. I guess that would help out with the performance part. World configuration and reliability. Improved world configuration reliability. Atomic file saving. Updated backup handling. Corrupted worlds now display warnings in models dialogues. Crash fixes. Fixed a crash related to creating creative tool previews when undoing and reapplying very large changes. Fixed a crash when the skin fails to be saved. Fixed a crash on Linux when opening the folder without Nautilus installed. Fixed a crash when overriding read-only asset packs. Fixed spawn suppression system crashing when regenerating chunks. Fixed plug-in related world crash handling. Added startup exception handling in plugins. Fixed multiple nil pointer exceptions. World and block fixes. Fixed filler blocks not breaking in some cases. Large doors. Fixed block placement in mispredictions. Fixed volcanic cobblestone incorrect spawning. Okay. Fixed magma adamantium block tiling. Fixed upside down stairs connections. Fixed sharp biome interpolarization. Fixed missing biomes on biome map. Fixed darkwood decorative block drops. Fixed world structure spawn Y constraints. Fixed version 2 world gen environment saving. Fixed material cache prefab loading. Fixed outlander house anchor offsets. Fixed some apple trees floating off the ground. Okay, I haven't seen that yet. Fixed fire spreading above 256 blocks. Fixed village furniture items incorrectly requiring a pickaxe to break. Fixed cloud rendering issues during weather transitions. Mount and traveling fixes. Fixed issues with changing worlds while mounted. That includes minecart mount state not being removed correctly and horse mount state not clearing correctly. Fixed screen fade issues that could occur during world transfers. Fixed chunk saving deadlocking when removing a world. Fixed respawning inside a portal world, leaving the player in a zombified state. I could see how that would be a problem. Gameplay fixes. Fixed spawn seeds initializing to 0. Fixed crops, hitboxes, and produce resource types. Fixed dropped item IDs for bottle tree and crystal trunk. Fixed pickup items missing components. Fixed dying causing some carried items to become unusable due to durability. Fix some fish spawning in lava. That would be funny. Fix interactions without entities. Adjusted a player hitbox when sitting or sleeping. Fixed full bright toggling not applying when entering creative mode. Okay. We're almost done, guys. UI and display fixes. Fixed localization issue with maximized window settings. Fixed tooltip name wrapping issues. Fixed cosmetic ordering issues. Fixed incorrect mod list display. Fixed Slothian gradient mapping. Fixed key binding information not displaying correctly. Fixed debug frestims not rendering. Fixed advanced workbench model display. Fixed performance metrics affected by FPS cap and VSync. That's probably helping out a lot too right there. Audio fixes. Fix the water emanator radius so audio plays properly in stereo instead of just the left ear. Fixed audio emanators entities not playing correctly. Fixed fluid ambient effects not triggering properly. Fixed extreme audio panning in HRTF. Fixed ambient and bench sound origins. Modding and plugin fixes. Fixed entity tracker system validation gaps. Removed hard-coded key bindings. Fixed manual spawn beacon command. Fixed teleporter name overrides and SFX. Fixed machinima player teleport behavior. Fixed camera translation gizmo mode. Fixed server configurations incorrectly enabling all mods by default. I can see how that would be a problem also. Fix client worlds not enabling backups by default. Another good problem not to have. Added missing validations to reduce illegal state exceptions. Fixed copy entities incorrectly sharing data structures. Other, improved null and data flow handling. Fixed multi-memory leaks. Updated some grammar and removed some typos. So there we go. That is all of the patch notes for update 3. If you guys like this episode, make sure you smack that like button. It really helps out the channel with YouTube views, YouTube searches, YouTube algorithm movement for the channel. If you subscribe to my channel and you want to get notifications when I have new videos out, all you got to do is go to my page, hit the subscribe button, set your settings. You can come check out the videos. If you do like this episode and you want to share it with your friends, tell them that you like it, there's a share tab down below. There's links there, social media site. There's a link there for you to copy and post on YouTube community page. Any tips, tricks, or comments, put it in the comments down below. I think that after a couple of patches, we are going to have to just restart just to see the changes from the beginning. So I'm thinking every 2 months or so, depending on how big the patches are, we might restart. If it comes, like, they might have a patch and be like, okay, you guys, you need to restart from this one. I'm sorry, but that's just the way they happen. They'll probably, it's probably going to happen at some point, but just like every 2 months or so, we'll probably restart if there's been big patches that have changed, like the way the beginning had changes and stuff. So just expect that along the way. I'll try to make it as easy as possible. We do need to look at the beginning playthrough as the updates happen. It's just something we're going to have to do. So just be mindful of that in the future. Looking around April, doing a reset and starting from the beginning, and it's just going to be part of the series. I'm not going to start the series over with. It's just going to be like it's going to be episode like 12, and then we're going to be like, oh, okay, it's a reset, guys, first reset or something like that. But anyway, enjoy your day. See you guys later.